Well, everybody, it's that time of the month, and that time is to figure out what is going on in the Las Vegas housing market and figuring out, is this a good time to buy, and is it time to really get out there and sell? Hey, real quick, my name is Eric Hudson, real estate agent here in the Las Vegas area. Only thing I want to say is if you need to reach out to me, information is in the info tab. Just call, text, or email me, and we'll get right back to you. Well, we all know that real estate market has been really interesting over the last few months. But the best part is it's starting to not be as interesting and entering more of a normal market as things start to stabilize. So let's start going through the numbers and see what's going on. So first of all, let's look at the all-important single-family houses. So for single-family homes, the median price was $450,000. Now that is a good thing because last month, the median price was $450,000, which means we have stopped our slide and we are just, at the very least, not gaining anything, not losing anything. Everyone has come to what's pretty much a level playing field. Right now we have about 4.2 months of inventory. And with that 4.2 months of inventory, although it is still a weak, very weak seller's market, we are really into balanced territory right now. So this is a good thing for all of the buyers and the sellers out there. For the sellers, if you're looking for a house and you are afraid to sell for the longest period of time, now is your chance because you're going to be able to find a house because our inventory has gone up dramatically. We've almost quadrupled inventory, which means you're going to be able to find a good house out there. And at the same time, as long as you price your home correctly, you're going to be able to get it sold. And with the stop and the slide of the market, this is really great for you because number one, it's not going down anymore. And more than likely, you have preserved the majority of your capital. So when we talk about preserving capital, let's just go ahead and look at the beginning of the year to now. So at the beginning of the year, the median price of a home was $435,000. So if you purchased a house at the beginning of the year, your house is now worth $15,000 more than when you originally bought it. Now, if you're one of the unfortunate ones who buy at the very top of the market, which was $482,000, yes, you are $32,000 behind right now. Remember, you've only owned your house for just a few short months. And for the homeowners out there, if you really want to know where your value is, exactly 1 year ago, the median price of a home was $406,500. So you've gone up $43,500 in value in 1 year. You have still had an almost 12% gain, which is still higher than the normal. The biggest problem that we're having right now is perception on both ends. Because of interest rates, the buyers are perceiving gloom and doom, and so are the sellers. And sellers are now mad that they can't sell for $30,000 over like their neighbors did just 6 months ago. Well, you're ahead 12%. The average long-term gain on housing is 6%. So you have actually doubled what you would have done before. And in reality, prior to the pandemic, having double-digit growth in any year was considered amazing. I would really count yourself lucky in this one. And if you need to get out while the getting is good, before interest rates go up anymore, now is the time. Big thing, do not overprice your home. Because right now, the only homes that are selling are the prettiest and the cheapest. And it's easy to become pretty, but don't become pretty cheap. Now, to the next secondary market, condos and townhomes. There are still plenty of those out there. And thing is, it actually reversed for them. The median price of a condo and townhome is now $270,000 over the last month of those that have sold. Last month, it was $264,900. So in reality, the price of condos and townhomes has actually gone up. So that big slide in condos and townhomes has completely reversed itself, and they're becoming a more desirable property, especially because of the interest rates. Now, here's the thing. It's the interest rates, the interest rates, the interest rates. What's been holding this market back has been the interest rates. And in reality, Someone, let's say if they were looking for a $620,000 home at the top of the market, based on interest rate right now, can only afford about a $450,000 home. I'm seeing it with the pre-approvals I'm getting in. The amounts are going down because the payments are going up. So in reality, like I've said before, it's hard to believe this. Price of housing is still going up. So it's a miracle that the median price has not fallen more than it has now. And we have run out of the California buyer who is willing to pay 30, 50,000 over. These are the days. As a matter of fact, I saw something from a realtor friend of mine in Canada the other day, yesterday to be exact, where they were talking about, somebody presenting an offer 100,000 under list price, and the seller gladly accepting it. Well, 6 months ago, all the offers were 100,000 and more above list price. These are the realities we live in with the new interest rates. Now, when we compare against the beginning of the year, let's see what happens. So at the beginning of the year, condos, townhomes were selling for a median price of $243,000. It's now $270,000, which means you've had an almost 20% gain from the beginning of the year. So you've had an almost 10% gain since the beginning of the year. Since the beginning of this year, on average, get 6% in housing. Now, people are a little salty because they're so-called down. Well, this is a more sensitive market because people who get into the condo and townhome market are usually first-time buyers. Again, a miracle. I don't even understand how prices are still this high at $270,000. And if you compare that against last year, it's even more dramatic. Last year, the median price of a condo or townhome was $230,000 compared to the $270,000 now. That is almost a 15% difference, which means if you purchased a condo just a year ago, you've got $40,000 in equity in your pocket. Not only do you have that $40,000 in equity, 2.5 times more than in a normal market. So I know everybody's a little ticked off right now. They're saying the market is down, and it is. You have to look at it relatively. Every one of those interest rate hikes dramatically affected housing. It did not affect it as much as we thought. And that is being factored in many factors, including the fact that we are still almost 5 million houses behind where we need to be right now. And now the problem is actually getting worse because the home builders, they're stopping to build. Perfect example, people who bought houses 6 months ago and they paid whatever they want to pay because the housing was going to continue to go up. Guess what? It went down. Now they can no longer afford that house because interest rates were 3% then and 7% now. Hundreds of dollars. It's a BMW 5 Series payment. The difference that has come up. So it affects everyone. So the home builders have started doing things like cutting prices, which is very rare. Incentives, which are not rare, and paying out like crazy to realtors. So, things have changed. But how long will that last? Because they've cut back on their building. They have stopped building, which means we are still going to be 5 million or more because last time I checked, people continue to have babies. So real estate is going to continue to get more expensive. Now, some people say it's a good time to buy purely because they want a paycheck. Some people say it's a bad time to buy because they're hoping to crash the economy. You got a lot of voices out there. Only thing I want to do is give you some facts and let you make up your mind. And one thing you can do is, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you need anything from us, just go ahead. Our information's in the info tab. Call, text, or email. We'll get right back to you.